Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. Today's detail is actually two different projects on two different vehicles belonging to a couple of friends of mine. The first project is a headlight restoration on this 2011 GMC Terrain. And then I'm going to move over to their 99 Pathfinder and get the adhesive off that was left behind from some old window tint that was removed. So, got a couple of projects. Shouldn't take too awful long today, but here we go. So to start these two projects, I'm going to do the headlight restoration first. Originally, I thought there was some inside damage, but as I got into this particular headlight, the damage wasn't on the inside, it was on the outside. It was just concealed really well. You couldn't even feel it. So I just went at it until I got all that clear coat off of there and made sure that we got them smoothed out and looking good again. And then I moved on to the next one, and that one was so oxidized and aged that it came off really quick. I didn't have any problem. I zipped right through that one really fast. I was still struggling to get all that clear coat off of this headlight, so I decided to heat it up. I went over and got the steamer wand, which was warming up for the Pathfinder, and I just started heating it up, and then I sanded it off, and that solved the problem. Oh, wow. So I figure that I probably better say something before somebody tells me what I need to do, and or another detailer tells me what I should be doing. Why am I not taping off the headlights? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first reason is, regardless of what kind of tape I'm using, it comes off halfway through the job. All of it because of the water. It doesn't work. It doesn't work out for me. So I have learned, because I'm using sanding blocks, I have learned how to control that. And being blocks, I have control of that. So it's not like I have an open piece of sandpaper. I have the block in my hand, and that gives me more control. So I wanted to take a minute and explain that, but the taping method has just not worked out for me, so I've had to learn to do it without it. So my friend mentioned this spot on her door, and I stole a picture that she took. Her dog had scraped up the paint there. Well, it actually wasn't the paint. It was more superficial than anything. So I wiped the area down with some IPA and just took the buffer to it, and after a couple of rounds of using a light compound, it took it right out. And then I, of course, polished behind the door handle just to get some of those scrapes out of there. But the point of that was to show her it was more superficial than it was into the paint. So now I'm going to move over to the Pathfinder. As you can see, almost the entire window is covered with this adhesive. When they asked me if I could do this, they asked if I had a steamer. They were told that if they use acetone or a steamer, it would come off. And I did begin this particular method. I used the steamer there in the beginning, but First here what I'm doing here is scoring the adhesive, and I used a little bit of Goo Gone on there just to be able to kind of break through it. And then I started using the steamer. But as you'll see, 5 minutes into this, I was not getting anywhere. So do you see that in that time, it was getting me nowhere? But it occurred to me, this is the same kind of adhesive that I have to take off the windows at the car lot, and I use bug and tar remover. And so I went and got it. And as you see, the rest is history. So over here on the side of the window, there was still some tint left on the window. So I was able to use the steamer to work that off of there, and then I was able to come back. When I did the rest of the window, I put some Goo Gone on a towel, and I went after all of the residue that I could get to. I was not able to roll this window down because the battery was dead, but I did the best I could with the window up. So after doing a once over on the window with some Goo Gone, I cleaned it with some IPA, and then I cleaned the door panel a little bit because of all the chemicals. I wanted to make sure that nothing was still remaining on there, and got it cleaned up. But it was actually not a bad day. Didn't take very long at all, and I was pleased to get it done for them. If you'll take a moment to like and comment and subscribe, I would love to have you. And until the next video, we'll see you later.